Good morning. Stephanie here. I'm answering some questions from my subscribers about feng shui, clutter clearing, and the law of attraction. This one comes from, we will call her Jasmine. Jasmine writes, my question is why everything goes wrong in my life. I've been practicing the law of attraction for years, and all I seem to attract is the exact opposite of what I think. Sometimes I'm glad it's so because most of the things that come naturally to my mind are violent and negative, so I'm glad those aren't manifesting. I have books I've read, but still nothing seems to happen, even though I know it's true and works. What am I doing wrong? How can I change my mind around it and with it my life? Jasmine, honey, I'm so sorry you're struggling with this. Let's see what we can do to start turning it around. So I want to come back to your comment, all I seem to attract is the exact opposite of what I think. The law of attraction is really not about what you think so much as it is about what you feel. So if you're feeling negative, if you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling this isn't working for me, if you're feeling what am I doing wrong, what you are creating for yourself is more and more a feeling, this isn't working, I'm doing it wrong, I don't know what's wrong with me, why is everything so negative? So you've got to interrupt those thought patterns, notice them when they're happening, and have something better to think about that's going to help you feel better. And when you shift your feeling out of a depressed, hopeless, negative state, that is when you're going to start to see results. I'm going to go a little bit out on a woo-woo limb here in answering your question. I do want to say that you are not the only one who has written to me with questions about negativity. I'm going to be returning to this topic in other videos, and those will be helpful to you also. For right now, I'm going to stick with the fact that you asked me for help, and I am here to help you. Let's look at how else you can ask for help. Now, I don't know about you, but I did not grow up in a religious family. I did not grow up going to church. So I was in my middle years not too long ago when I finally woke up and realized that I did not have to struggle through creating my life. Law of attraction, feng shui, all of that stuff is good, but it can be a struggle sometimes if you've got challenges. I felt I had to figure everything out and fix everything myself, and I finally realized that I could ask for help. Now, I don't come from a particular religious background, as I said, so I do, however, have a strong belief in a spiritual side of life and in metaphysics. And I finally, the light bulb went off, realized I can ask for help. I can ask God for help. I can ask the angels for help. Now, I didn't grow up thinking about angels. To me, they were kind of on the level of fairy tales, pretty stories, but having nothing to do with real life. Well, I've started asking God for help. I've started asking my angels for help. And I have become much more dedicated in my daily life to finding a few minutes for a meditation practice, which is where I listen for the answers. And I have found this so helpful for me. Now, I don't know what your background is, what your religion might be, what your spiritual practice is, if you have one. God can be whatever term feels comfortable for you. You can ask God for help. You can ask Goddess, Mother for help. You can ask the universe for help. You can ask source energy for help. You can ask your higher self for help. Asking the angels for help may sound really woo-woo and out there, but if you're open to it, just tiptoe in and see if maybe some kind of an angel practice would be helpful to you. Now, I've fairly recently, within the past few months, discovered someone on YouTube who does weekly readings with different angel oracle decks to give advice on what issues are coming up for the week and how to think about them and how to respond constructively. It's called Angel Souls. And I will put a link to that YouTube channel in the blog post associated with this video. So click the link below, go over to my website and find this blog post. If all of this is too woo-woo for you and you come from a more mainstream conservative spiritual practice or religion, work within that. But don't feel you have to do it all alone. Feeling that your thoughts are negative, that things are coming up for you and you're responding with anger and negativity and you're glad that that's not manifesting, that means you've lost touch with feeling connected to a higher source of love in your life. It all boils down to, are we living from and reacting to the world from a place of love or a place of fear? And it sounds to me as though you've lost touch with that thing inside you, that core inside you that will enable you to respond to your life from a place of love instead of fear. Christy Marie Sheldon does wonderful work in this area. And I will also put a link to her information in the blog post related to this video. She's all about shifting your energy so that you can be coming from a place of love. And that is what's going to change everything for you in terms of the law of attraction, because you're going to be coming from a positive place and a positive feeling. Therefore, what you react to and what you see more of in your life is going to be more and more and more positive. So another resource is Marianne Williamson. She is wonderful. If you've not discovered her work yet, check her out. She has 2 books that I think could be very helpful to you. One is her huge bestseller, A Return to Love. I mean, this is what you need, right? You need a return to love. Check that one out. She also has a book called, I think it's called Everyday Grace. And that is very specifically about moving through your day and how to respond more positively, more hopefully, more out of love to all the little things that come up for us in our day, from getting up in the morning to hearing things on the news to running into traffic when we commute, dealing with irritable people in our job, things with our families. She has chapters on all of that, and I think you might find that book very, very helpful as well. So I absolutely wish you the best. I'm so glad that you asked for help. I hope I've been able to help you and give you a little nudge to take the next step forward to stepping into a place of love instead of fear so that you can change the whole dynamic of your life. Aloha.